Morning again. My name is Sarah and I have here my colleague Tibu, and together we would like to share with you guys our experience in exploring a smart and connected 3D world. Now, as Sylvia has mentioned, there are things in 2D that we cannot actually provide solutions for. In as much as we would like to address problems in a simple and two-dimensional and planar platform, it is simply not possible all the time. 3D GIS provides new perspective in certain scenarios that will enable us to offer solutions to such issues. Moreover, Esri's 3D capabilities serve more than just visualization, as what you have seen in the previous presentations from Manjusha's team. Our users are already working with 3D in various means, such as collecting and processing new and different data formats. They are also visualizing new project spaces and information, such as underground spaces. They are also analyzing relationships between an area's prevailing natural phenomena, as well as linking this with the possible developments of such project areas. And finally, Esri 3D allows you to explore complex 3D data through accessible tools without needing to be a high-end GIS user or even a developer. This is a key value of 3D, which makes Esri's offering less intimidating and transforms 3D into something that can be used on a daily basis. Moving forward, Esri continues to lead in the enterprise geospatial 3D space. We have enabled users to seamlessly integrate two-dimensional data and three-dimensional data within the same platform through ArcGIS Pro. But the value of 3D goes far beyond desktop. Users can now start off by publishing 3D web scenes as building blocks for their three-dimensional mobile apps or web applications. Apart from that, these web scenes can be sourced from different data formats, such as your BIM models, your CAD files, your 3ds, and even your i3s, which is now an open standard data format for 3D. Enterprise 3D is also supported in the WebGIS architecture through Portal for ArcGIS. Now, these can further be consumed as services and adopted by third-party applications across clients. Now, in summary, Esri allows users to create, to manage, to share, and consume 2D and 3D content within the whole GIS experience. Alright, and these capabilities fit into the ArcGIS platform as 3D services are being adopted by several user groups from different sectors. As you can see from the slide, smart cities and smart facilities cater to the 3D smart mapping initiative, which is very much in within the Singapore scene. You have your ArcGIS Earth to work with terrain data and imagery, as well as you have Drone to Maps, which will center on 2D and 3D raster datasets in the form of high-resolution orthographic mosaics and 3D textured meshes. Further on, these three concepts that I want to touch upon are following items, which are the building blocks in the 3D collaborative expanse. i3s, or your index 3D scene, which is an open specification created and shared by Esri for creating scene layers and eventually web scenes. Of course, we cannot forget your web scenes as well as your scene layers, which are essential for 3D applications for any platform or experiences. And then finally, these can further be scalable from cache of graphics, styles, and attributes. Customers nowadays look at open standards as enabling interoperability and resiliency. We've started to promote i3s as an open specification, and we are already seeing partners starting to generate i3s cache data. As you can see here from the slide, these are the two notable adopters of i3s, such as Viricon and Pix4D. Bentley has also decided to share out i3s information from their context capture packaging around Acute 3D. We see this emerging adoption of i3s a significant validating point in our approach to launch Esri 3D as an open standard. So enough about me talking about these technical skills. Let me now pass over the table to Tibu to proceed with our demonstration for this morning.
Thank you, Sarah. Good morning, everyone. Most organizations, whether you are a property developer, an AC firm, a port, an airport, governments and agencies, universities, all have facilities and properties which they need to monitor and operate. So many of these facilities and properties are documented by CAD and BIM. So very often, these files only represent a unique infrastructure or even a part of this infrastructure. So you need to bring this data to your GIS platform to build a comprehensive and global picture of your sets for better planning, operations, and communication with your stakeholders. So we've been given the BIM model of our office, and I'd like to share some idea of what you can do when you bring BIM to GIS. So through translation workflows, BIM 3D features can be converted to 3D objects in a geodatabase and georeferenced. So this is our office building at this real-world location. So because every 3D object imported from the BIM remains a single object in the GIS, I can filter the 3D object in the scene. So for example, I am now only displaying the external building structure. So we can browse through floors in different ways. By stacking them on top of each other, or by displaying only one floor. So the 3D objects of my facility are not just graphical layers. They have attribute information. So I can summarize this information using interactive charts. So as you can see, when I select one of the chart categories, the 3D objects are selected in the scene, which makes charts an intuitive way to interact with your 3D data. Managing spaces is critical. So it's now common to collect data from sensors for real-time monitoring or analysis of historical data. So here is an example of office cubicle utilization in a context where a desk can be shared by multiple employees because they are often working on customer side, for example. Occupied cubicles are represented in yellow and vacant in green. So we can review the space's occupancy over time per slice of 1 hour. The charts are dynamic and display different values for each period of time, giving instant access to key indicators. So very often you'll need to provide a walkthrough inside a building. So you now have the possibility to edit keyframes and transitions. So like this example where we simulate the path from the 8th floor entrance to the Esri Singapore training room at the 7th floor. So you can play the animation in ArcGIS Pro. You can export the animation as a video file and then share it. So let's talk a little bit more about sharing. So all these 3D models that you have in your GIS can be published to ArcGIS Online and portal for ArcGIS to build 3D web scenes. So now let me show you a configurable web application consuming 3D web scenes created from our BIM model. So this 3D web app helps us review buildings, floors, spaces, search for people and places, and provide route information for navigating from place to place. So we can display the interior of the floors and review floors individually. We can review them comprehensively. We can also review evacuation path and evacuation zones where we all gather during fire drills or in case of emergency. So the application also provides route information. So for example, Mrs. Tan is coming to attend the course, Introduction to ArcGIS Pro for GIS Professionals. The taxi drops her off at the entrance of the building, and she'd like now to know how to go to the training room. So first she will search for the training room. This doesn't work. Okay. Okay, maybe not today. So, okay, the application is able to create a route going from the first floor to the 7th floor, showing the path through the training room to that person. So please remember that 3D is now, and that GIS is a complete 3D GIS platform. So start bringing in the data, start building innovating 3D application, and please let us know about it. Thank you.
Thank you, Thibaut. Now, in conclusion, right, in summary, Esri's 3D capabilities are expanding not just in Esri, but also in different fields. It also remains to be the main geospatial stage as we are opening up possibilities of collaboration with different partners and user groups, be it on the desktop, on the enterprise, or on the web implementation. So we would just like to leave 3 key points with everybody regarding Esri's 3D capabilities. Number 1 is that they are interoperable, regardless if you are currently sitting on 3ds, on CAD data, or on BIM models. You can easily transform these 2D datasets into 3D ready information coming from different data formats. Number 2 is that it's integrative. So different data formats, different sources, you can bring them all together within the same platform through ArcGIS Pro, and even provide sharing through the WebGIS or portal for ArcGIS for your enterprise 3D. And then finally, my third key point is Esri 3D is open. With the emergence of i3S that we have now, and partners which are also very much interested in adopting such particular data format. So we're currently opening up the 3D capabilities, use cases, and platforms into other partners and other adopters as well. Now, something that we can all look forward to regarding Esri 3D capabilities, we have point cloud streaming in line with the release of Drone to Maps. We also have mobile 3D, which will be released in iOS, Android, Xamarin, and Runtime Quartz for production releases. Apart from that, specified BIM workflows which can load LOD for buildings and road meshes are also coming your way. And then finally, new vertical experiences and specified solutions such as your 3D cities and your 3D facilities will also be available through solutions for ArcGIS. So with that, in behalf of Thibaut, we would like to thank you all for listening.